Hey all, your OS reviews. So they were taking a quick look at a desk decor gadget that's kind of unusual. It's called the Infinite Objects Video Frame, and it's designed to hold a piece of digital artwork. You can even get custom ones that are one of a kind, including digital NFTs, that are living just within the frame itself. Other more modern art inspired designs can be looping, showing something like a holographic lava lamp, just to add a little bit more color on your desk as a conversation piece. Or if you wanted to, you can even upload your own favorite video of a family memory, for example, and have it built into the frame that you can then gift into someone else. And when they open up the frame, the video will just be there. It will continuously loop. So my initial impression was, okay, this seems kind of like a digital photo frame, which is nothing new per se, but the Infinite Objects frame is marketed in a slightly different way because it doesn't actually give you the ability to view back images. It's all video animation as well as artwork that is displayable on it, and there is a built-in battery as well, which means it can run for around 1 to 2 hours even when detached from power, and kind of the magic of it is as a gift as well, because when they open up the box, the frame will automatically turn on, and when you pop it into the box, there is some type of magnetic sensor, I believe, that automatically puts it into sleep. Not to mention, some of the artwork on here are one of a kind. When they sell out in the limited quantities, it will be forever out. You are holding onto a piece of digital art, which one may argue might not be the same exact thing as a physical painting, but still, it is technically unique. Plus, the Infinite Frame actually does not connect to your phone using any app, nor can you connect it to your computer to write over the content inside the frame. It's always fixed into place, not designed to be, again, swapped out. So it has kind of a unique artsy angle or approach that makes it at least marketed to be a bit different. Kind of clever, because they are in a way even stripping back some of the functionality, but because of their collaboration with all of these artists to make the pieces here one of a kind, they're able to just make it seem a little bit more desirable and interesting. So the frames themselves actually come in 3 different sizes. There's kind of a small that we have in front of us, also a medium and large, and obviously the larger you go, the pricing will also go up accordingly. The smallest variants typically sell for around $80, and I can also see this being popular as a item sold in the gift shop of some type of art museum or science center, for example, as kind of a decor piece, or if they made an even smaller version to act as a keychain that just displays some of the work that you just saw. Again, making it an interesting gift idea because there is literally no setup involved. So here are some of the other artists that they have collaborated with, just to serve as an example. Here's one more, which is just really crazy looking by the whole modern art theme. And you can also pick between a bamboo wood frame versus the acrylic transparent plastic version here, which is a bit more modern looking based on your preferences. The one we have in front of us is called Tour of the Galaxy, which is described as a retro-futuristic tour through the celestial bodies of our solar system and wider galaxy. It might be great for fans of sci-fi and astronomy. Alternatively, here is one really inspired by a lava lamp, displaying all the vibrant neon colors using its LCD screen as it is just looping and moving around there in the background. And the box then folds open to reveal the frame on the inside. It tells us to use it, just pick it up and the frame will automatically turn on, set it down, and then plug it in if you want to juice it back up. And it really does feel like magic. It will power on and start to play back the video that you have on your specific frame. And again, the moment that you set the frame back into the box, it will then turn off. And aside from the frame itself, down below here we have just a quick power adapter, also branded by Infinite Objects, pretty typical USB Type-A. Adapter is interestingly a proprietary cable, almost MagSafe inspired design that will pop in when you put it close to the frame and lock into place. It's also going to be reversible, but not quite as standard as normal Type-C. And again, it's not really a data cable, or at the very least, connecting it to a computer that I tried it with, it wasn't really recognized. So again, it's not designed for you to delete the files. They are permanently baked into the system's memory. And the actual frame itself does look quite cool with the acrylic transparent treatment. You can see through it. On the side, very clean with a white symmetrical bezel there, and it is designed to be used in both portrait and horizontal orientations. There's no accelerometer per se, but I have found that the recording, at least on the Tour of the Galaxy version, to be good enough that you are able to view it in either position without it really looking off per se. On the back it just states infinite objects. The only thing I will say is because it is transparent, on this version you may have to wipe it down if you're touching or handling it too much to keep it clean. There's also this holographic sticker that is a seal to know it's authentic, hasn't been opened, and also the charging adapter, which will just align and stick into place, a pretty secure fit. Now, I was actually quite curious about, again, that magnetic switch, because as it is, it's literally a solid state object. There are no other moving buttons that you're able to use to control things or even turn it on and off. So I actually tried playing around with a magnet, and that's how I kind of discovered that it is using a magnetic switch as part of the kind of magic of putting it into the box and turning it off. So if we put it kind of in the center point, you'll see the frame here also turns off. So what I believe is that the packaging here, there's some type of hidden magnet underneath responsible for the magical effect there that we saw earlier. But overall, not bad. The screws here are also constructed out of metal. You can technically remove these and take off the two acrylic pieces to get access to the center frame. But again, it really is just designed to be used persistently as a decor piece there sitting in the background. The screen itself is not bad. Small version may not be the highest PPI in the world. You can sometimes notice a little bit of fuzziness, but all in all, it's still bright and colorful enough. The entire video for Tour of the Galaxy actually lasts close to around 30 minutes before it will then loop and repeat. And some of the animations between some of the shots and sequences do look really quite cool, as you can tell here, as kind of another alternative, again, to a RGB light there in the background, particularly with the transparent acrylic version, I would argue, since it just reflects the light in even more dazzling ways. Here's also a closer look at the frame from the side. Again, you can see the screws kind of going all the way and attaching the two acrylic pieces together, making the main display as well as battery component there almost like it's floating on a block of ice. So let's actually go through a bit of a speed up of some of the shots here from this footage. So that's more or less it as far as our quick hands-on review of the Infinite Objects art frame. Overall, I think it's a neat idea, interesting concept for sure. They're purposefully making it as simple as possible, again, even stripping you of the ability to drag and drop files onto it, but subsequently ensuring that the digital art here continues to persist on the memory and is unique if you are picking up collectible versions that are only going to reside in your specific frame. So very minimalistic, but again, by intent. Or if you're a fan of a specific artist that is putting their artwork on one of these frames that you can perhaps also find in certain art venues and museums, could be another interesting application. All I can say is the build as well as the overall visual effect is pretty solid, albeit the hidden magnetic switch is probably the most advanced thing about it, if we're being super honest, compared to some other maybe smart frames out there that have more app compatibility, as well as possibly some holographic screens. This is still a regular 2D display at the end of the day. It's just the concept that is a little bit different. So it's all about perspective and framing, no pun intended. If you're looking at this as a replacement for a regular digital photo frame, you'll probably be disappointed. But if you're looking at this as a interesting piece of digital art, a collectible, a desk gadget similar to a smart lamp, then I think it might be interesting. So let us know in the comments below. Is this something that you guys find interesting as well? Why or why not? Anyways, thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. You can find more details if interested in the links below. That has been the Infinite Objects Art Frame.